For the first time in many years, housing has been one of the leading issues in the UK general election campaign across the political spectrum. The last few months have seen groups like Yes to Homes and Homes for Britain ramping up their pro-housing campaigns, and as housing has crept up the polls as a key issue for voters, the politicians have responded. Let's recap on what the main parties are saying and how it's been received. Labour have set a target of 200,000 homes a year by 2020 and pledged to give local authorities the power to ensure that first-time buyers have first call. They also want to introduce rent controls and abolish stamp duty for first-time buyers on homes less than £300,000. The Conservatives haven't set an overall house building target, but have pledged to build 200,000 new homes at a 20% discount for first-time buyers under 40. They've also announced extending right to buy to housing associations. The Lib Dems have set an ambitious target of 300,000 homes a year. All three parties have pledged to build more garden cities, which the Conservatives and the Lib Dems promise will be in areas with local support, but no real detail has been provided. So what have the media, the industry and the public made of all this? The housing industry has welcomed the general focus, but emphasised the need to increase supply, which most policies haven't addressed. The media has focused on the impact these policies will have on the economy. For example, the Daily Telegraph says that Labour's announcement have negatively impacted the share price of some of Britain's largest house builders, while The Guardian says the extension of right to buy could undermine public finances. But commentators at both papers agree that the policies announced so far just think around the edges of what is a much larger problem, the need to build more homes. Even top political commentators Kirsty and Phil weighed in last week, saying the chief problem of the housing market is a housing shortage. We don't have enough houses to the number of people. They call on political parties to have a unified long-term policy to solve this long-term problem. But why haven't we seen this from politicians so far? Kirsty thinks it's because politicians want the headlines. They want to win the votes. A view that assumes the public don't support new homes. But is that true? MPC's research undertaken in partnership with leading housing charity Shelter suggests it isn't. MPC and Shelter commissioned a YouGov survey of 20,000 people from all walks of life about their attitude towards new homes in their area. This found that supporters significantly outnumber opponents across every demographic group by a ratio of 5 to 3. But the level of active opposition runs at more than double the rate of active support. Basically, opponents shout louder, which leads politicians, the media and the public to assume new housing isn't supported. Polling day will come and go, but whatever the outcome, only time will tell whether housing stays on the political agenda once the electioneering is over and reality sets in. But by working to motivate the supporters for new developments, we and the industry can do our bit to keep it there.